Having fun? Well, you guys should totally go check us out at twitch.tv/BattleGeekPlus.
Welcome to Awesome Video Game Memories, where we talk about awesome memories about video games. I'm Ryan, and the game we're going to talk about today is Resident Evil 6. I'm sorry, I got nothing. So, what happens when you take Call of Duty Zombies, combine it with Resident Evil, and try to make a campaign about it? You get Resident Evil 6. Now, I admit I was initially excited about this game because I got to play as Leon again, and I was going to play as Chris again, and Sherry Birkin was coming back. From what I heard, there were rumors in Resident Evil 5 that Sherry Birkin was going to come back, but those rumors weren't true. So yeah, we had a lot of familiar faces coming back, and Ada Wong was coming back. But this time, Leon is voiced by Matthew Mercer rather than Paul Mercier. I didn't really think about it so much, but Matt Mercer does a really good job of capturing the same feel as Paul Mercier that I couldn't really tell the difference, so good job, Matt. So I remember playing the demo of this game before it came out. It was the level where Leon and Helena were in the college campus after the president dies, President Zombie, or you can call him President Evil. Yeah, that joke's pretty old. Yeah, and the great thing about Resident Evil 6 is the zombies are back. After 2 games where you had parasite-infected enemies, the zombies finally returned, this time infected by the C virus. Because, the A virus and the B virus probably didn't really work out for them. Although the C virus was tough enough to infect the president. So playing the demo, I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it, but a couple of things felt a bit off. It was cool that we finally got a melee button, so Leon could finally just kick things. Your characters can finally fight back without weapons, or without using their weapons, but something about the demo just really felt off in a way. I think it suffered the too much crap on screen syndrome. There was tons of zombies, there was tons of detail, and also it was trying to cram everything in, and the gameplay just felt really clunky. I don't know why. It felt much clunkier than Resident Evils 4 and 5, and Resident Evils 4 and 5, played really well, but 6 just felt so clunky. I bought the game when it came out for the Xbox 360, and the first scenario I chose was Leon's, because Leon is my favorite hero in the Resident Evil series, but he doesn't do a lot of wisecracking. Even though Matt Mercer does a really awesome job, he doesn't have a lot to work with in this game. And I remember, getting past the university part, which really dragged on for a while, and then you're in the caves, and one of the biggest complaints I had about this game was the level design. And the level design, oh god, really dragged on in this game. I mean, the university part wasn't so bad, but the cave part dragged on. Chris's part in China dragged on. Sherry's part in the mountains really dragged on. Ada's part in the submarine really dragged on. This game really dragged on, because I know Resident Evil 4, the developers felt the castle part went on too long, so Resident Evil 5 was a lot shorter, was a more action-oriented game, and Resident Evil 6 was just make the levels long just for the hell of it. Because man, this game just went on. In Leon's scenario, it took forever to get to Helena's sister, who became a C virus zombie creature thingamabobber. And oh yes, the QuickTime events are back. And we all know how the QuickTime events in Resident Evil games are my favorite thing. But hey, they got rid of the puzzles at least, because I was a fucking moron when it came to puzzles. And so in Leon's scenario, you get the China, and then at least China didn't drag on as much as the cave part, and then you fought the final boss, Derek Simmons. The C virus, zombie god, T-Rex thing. What the hell? Derek Simmons went through so many forms. You had to fight him on the land, in the air, in the helicopter. Derek Simmons just wouldn't give up. He was a motherfucking T-Rex. T-Rex! Well, sea virus zombie T-Rex thingamabobber. So then Leon and Helena's scenario ends. Then I moved on to Chris's scenario, which was basically Call of Duty Zombies. Yeah, with my partner Piers. And there's not a lot I really want to say about Chris's scenario besides the fact that he was drunk in Europe, and then you fought giant zombie monsters and then more zombie monsters, and then after that Piers gets infected in the ship, which I actually did feel kind of sad for. And then Jake, the son of Albert Wesker, asks about his father, and Chris is like, your father was a fucking asshole.
I don't need anyone else. I have Ouroboros.
And then poor Piers sacrifices himself. We beat that scenario, and then we have Jake and Sherry's scenario. Yeah, Jake, the son of Wesker, was a mercenary, and his mother was like, your father probably loves you and he's a good man. Well, he's cool because he has sunglasses, but no, he was an asshole. I'm sorry, Jake. Chris said it best. But it was pretty cool. You got to play as Sherry Birkin from Resident Evil 2. Now all grown up, she's a secret agent, and she has healing properties from the G virus. And then you're in this snow mountain with this big dude Ustanak who chases you throughout the entire world. Then you're in China, then you're in these mine carts with lava where you have to kill Ustanak. And then you unlock the final scenario, Ada Wong's. And this time she's not played by the legendary Sally Cahill. The new voice actress is okay, she doesn't do that great of a job. And then you find out there was a clone of Ada made out of a girl named Carla, you know, who was, I think, Derek Simmons' lover. I don't fucking know. I mean, there was a lot of backstory to this, but I was just playing this game just to complete it. I couldn't really care much about it because it was trying to be Call of Duty at the same time. And then, you know, all the scenarios tied together. You beat dinosaur zombie Derek Simmons, you beat Carla, and then the game's over. But the good thing is we got mercenaries out of it. I didn't really play a lot because I was just so, like, I didn't care much for Resident Evil 6, to be honest. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if this video is a lot lackluster compared to Resident Evils 4 and 5, but a lot of people agree Resident Evil 6 was just not as good as those games, even as good as a lot of the previous games in the series as a whole. Yeah, Resident Evil 6 really felt like Call of Duty Zombies with the Resident Evil name attached to it. I mean, this could have been a completely different game, to be honest, because it just stopped feeling like Resident Evil. Okay, so I'm glad we have the zombies back because, you know, they are the staple enemies of the series, but everything else about Resident Evil 6 felt really lackluster. I mean, we don't have the scary environments, we don't have the intensity of Resident Evils 4 and 5. I mean, I really never felt that much in danger in this game. I mean, there were some difficult parts, but man, this game just dragged on. Like, the levels were so freaking long. I just couldn't wait for the levels in this game to be over. And we did get a lot of good backstory, though. I did like the reason why Derek Simmons kidnaps Helena's sister and turns her into the zombie creature, which added a bit of dramatic weight to the story. I also felt a bit sad when Piers got infected. He had to sacrifice himself to save Chris, and so Chris could beat the game. And then there's Sherry and Jake. I kind of cared a little more for Jake than I did for Sherry, but it was cool seeing Sherry again. Yeah, and I actually did like the story between Derek, Ada, and Carla, and how Carla becomes an Ada clone, which was pretty messed up. But the game was just so lackluster, to be honest. Yeah, so Resident Evil 6, you can get it on the Xbox and the PS3, you can get it for the PC, and you can also get it for the PS4 and the Xbox One, but I highly recommend just waiting for the price to go down, and definitely get it on a Steam sale when it goes down. I mean, I got it for $5, which is what I think the game is really worth. Yeah, so that wraps up this awesome video game memories about Resident Evil 6, and if you have any memories about this game, make sure to leave those in the comments below. Take care.
Hey, you guys should totally go support us over at patreon.com/BattleGeekPlus.